Fourevaproductions.
What's going on, YouTube? This is Fourev, and today we have a special episode for you talking about how to set goals for musicians. And this is actually a breakdown of 4 parts that we're going to be releasing out slowly. I had to team up with my guy, WordPlay TJay. Really, he's got a whole different perspective on the game, and I really wanted to link up with him to give you different perspectives on how to set goals, you know, as far as for record labels, do you really need them, and so forth. So we just wanted to just talk to you about the ins and outs of that and how to break that down and put it into action for you. Let's just get right into it, and this is part 2. Just now move on a little bit. You got to have that mentor, because too many people are doing it by themselves and just trying to just make up stuff as they go. There is a certain point that does work with that. You need to have somebody that can kind of help you, either somebody's more experienced. I don't care if they're in a different genre. I don't care if they just know more about business in general. Just some type of mentor in your life that really you can kind of go for guidance and questions on different decisions that you have to make, because otherwise you're doing it by yourself. You're going to make a lot of mistakes, and it's better to make a little bit less mistakes when you have that mentor in your life. So I think that's the second thing is, you know, having somebody be a mentor, you know, on the path, you know, when you're trying to get your music out there.
Number one, you know, like you were saying, what do you want? What do you want out of this? And number 2, be prepared to grab you a mentor. I take mentorship in kind of 2 ways. One way would be reading, so learning more about the music industry and learning more about how to do music independently. And then number 2, going to people that have done it. And there are people out there that have built businesses like CD Baby. I know this guy named Ari out in Los Angeles that does a lot of independent stuff and has his own website. And he helps other artists. Now, they may charge you a fee, but what's that fee but a drop in the rain bucket when you can potentially make thousands upon millions on your own when you just take up a mentor. Right.
Totally agree. Totally agree. So yeah, I think that's the second part, is having that mentor, and also just research. You know, just make sure you get the knowledge, you actually learn about what you're doing, because you don't want to be dumb at the table or having different meetings or in a situation where you just sound dumb, you're acting crazy. You need to make sure that you have that knowledge and you set yourself up for the opportunities to just grab a hold of them and run with it. Number 3 is having the right framework before you get your music out there. This is something that I preach time and time again to artists that I work with. Just don't throw yourself out there, you know, like just don't have, you know, some trash track that you did with your buddies and you just want to throw it out there. You have no place where to find you. Your social media is not set up. You know, you're looking like a mess, you know, just all the certain things that you need to have. You got to think of it like this. You got to treat it like a business. You know, if you have a product, but I can't find or buy your product or even research who you are, or, you know, just you're looking kind of shady, I'm be like, I don't really know about this product right here. I ain't gonna buy it. You know, I ain't gonna buy it, or I might buy it once and never think of you ever again. You know, so I really preach about having the right framework set up in place, have business cards. These are just minor things, but people, honestly, I can probably run into 100 artists right now, and probably 90% of them don't have business cards. 90%. You know, just little stuff. A website. You know, you got to have something. You know, a website. Your social media only is going to take you so far. You should have social media set up, but have a website, have business cards, have like at least 3 to 5 just hits recorded for yourself, and pass out those. Don't pass out the, you know, the drunken tracks that you just put together and you think they're hot. No, you know, I talked to an artist one time, and I won't disclose his name, but I had asked him, and he might laugh if he sees this. I had asked him, I said, what's your hit record right now? And he's like, well, and he was like chopping up different things, like, well, I got this one track, but I got this other track I kind of like, and this and that. No, I want hits. I want hit records that you honestly believe that are just a hit record without doubt. Now, hit can mean multiple things, but they need to be a solid record that if you give them something, also you meet Jay-Z, Kanye, whoever, a record label executive, what track are you going to give them? You're not going to give them the one you kind of like that you like the lyrics at, you know, or one that's kind of thrown together. You got to grab something that like, you just know, like, this is hot right here. You know,
what's P. Diddy gonna like?
Yeah. Yeah, you got to grab, yeah, don't go get that cheesecake, you know. You gotta go and give them something that is undeniably hot, and there's multiple things you need to have for that framework, and that's kind of where the mentor comes into place, like you said. You know, so yeah, some mentors cost a little bit of cash, but you know, honestly, it's worth it in the long run for the right people. You know, right. if you really tie yourself up with somebody good, you know, like both of us,
right.
Just throw that.
We're great places to ask questions, and I'm going to start my consulting part of the business here soon. So
right. Mine's starting up and running. So, and if I get too tied up, I'll pass them to Wordplay for sure.
All right, please do.
So yeah, so that framework is key. It's key. Don't. It's not even worth it. It's not even worth going out there. Honestly, like, it's like a basketball player. If a basketball player learns like one nice move, one jump shot, and like, oh man, okay, I'm throwing myself out there. I'm going, you know, straight to the pros. Like, this is good. And you start auditioning and throwing yourself out there like, wow, this guy's not put together. He doesn't know how to play defense. He doesn't know how to get no rebounds. You know, you got to have everything, the framework of yourself set up before you go out to sell it. You know, don't have your product half put together and then say, hey, you want it? Hey, $5, $10. You know, don't put no permanent marker on CDs. There's certain things you don't do. You just don't do it. Just stop. My God, I hate it. All right, give your opinion on the framework. I'm sorry, I get heated up about this stuff, man.
You're good. You're good. I feel just as passionate as that passion that we need to get the point across. So framework, like, my experience of it, like, I was rough when I first started, and because I was practicing out loud, like, I was practicing in front of everybody, right? Giving, you know, whatever I had and just putting it out there, and that's the start. That's my little dog. she wanders in my YouTube videos from time to time, but I was practicing out loud, like, and that wasn't the way it should have been. So before my first single that got some major attention came out, I had to stop and sit back for a little bit and see what was going on. And so I stepped back. I created a song that was really good, or at least people thought that was really good. Mixed it right, mastered it right, and then put it out there to see what would happen. And then MTV picked it up. Sway actually liked it. Ja Rule actually liked it. So it's those things that when you stop practicing out loud, then people will start paying attention, because they're not coming to you for, you know, great value. They're coming to you because they think if you want to be a star, they're coming to you for Tide and you know, whoever else may be, a Clorox and those type of examples. They're coming for the brand name. They're not looking for the generic version of what you have. I mean, my brother, you know, bless him, and I want the best for him, but I have to warn him every now and then that, hey man, you're practicing out loud. And he's gonna do his own thing regardless of what I say, but you know, I'm letting them know, you know, hey man. And he produced a song that got to MTV, by the way. But he's practicing out loud from time to time because he wants that attention. And I have to tell him, like, man, you're going to get a better reaction if you sit back, craft this product, and then put it out.
Right.
But I think over time he'll learn. I mean, another example, I was out in New York at around the time that this single was out, and one of my colleagues, he brought some CDs to meet with some A&Rs that had Sharpie on them. But I came to New York with them labels, those white labels that were actually printed out. And so you have to think about those things before you go present to someone. They were impressed with that. They were impressed by the fact that I took the time to have labels printed off. I stamped them on myself, and I brought them up there, and I said that, hey, this is my best. Do you like it or do you not? They liked it a little bit, but they didn't like it enough to move anything forward with business. But that's how it goes. I took my shot, and they were impressed with me. So when they see me in the future, they're like, oh, that's that kid that brought those labels up. He was really professional. I'm glad he made it. I figured he would do it anyway because of the way he presented himself to me. I always carry a business card. Always carry one in my wallet. And the reason I have them is because when I went to a show one time and somebody wanted to book me, somebody wanted to say, pass my name along to the person that does the shows, I didn't have a business card on me. So now I learned from that lesson. You know, and you have to take our message that we're giving you right here, take heed to it, and then go put it in practice.
Yeah, you got it. And you actually touched on a really good thing that I wanted to throw out real quick is you got to be able to take action, you know, with this stuff. Don't just get all hyped up and, you know, you can't sleep tonight and then you know, and you don't take any action about it. Honestly, just do these things that we're telling you. And if you want some one-on-one attention, you know, please reach out to us. We'll have our links and everything below. You got to make sure you actually take action on what we're saying. Don't just do it for like a week or two and be like, no, I'm sick of this. I'm just going to go do a show real quick, or there's an open mic somewhere. I'm just going to throw myself out there again. Just don't do it. Just honestly, just really focus, you know, 100%, and make sure that you are taking the right action that you need to take to get your music out there.
Fourevaproductions.